What time?
Good morning and welcome to episode 1164 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. I think it might be 1165. I think I may have botched
that. Doesn't sound like us to get it off by one or two.
I think I may have botched that one. We'll revise it in the count, but
it's probably 1213.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's around there.
Yeah.
It's one of those two. And today,
Mark never updates the episode number and the notes.
Oh, that's bullshit. So. That's bullshit.
Okay.
I do that most of the time. That's bullshit. Today I didn't probably. Yeah. Hey, at least
all good.
At least I get the episodes posted. Ho.
Hey-o.
I'm not gonna let that die. Yeah.
You know which one? The Foil Man?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just going along with the listener that busted your balls last week.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I think it was the Florida Man.
Man.
Sign up for our bonus podcasts like Mark and Wes are talking about at patreon.com/hardfactor. You can listen to us post the Florida Man Friday and Hive Hour bonus pods each week on there. Very, very fun. Very fun stuff.
Very fun.
Less serious than this news show, obviously. So what we got in the news today is that Mark's got the earth ripping itself apart with drills, banking collapses, and sex, and maybe also
and tectonic plates.
Yeah, and tectonic plates.
Yeah,
but also maybe a 4-day work week. So
woo!
Look at that.
It's the only thing really that can bring us back.
Yeah,
I think so.
We need it.
We nailed it.
We're not going to get it, but
right. It wouldn't fuck with us, would it? We'd still do 5.
Look, we don't care. We're good people. We're rooting for our fellow Americans. That's all.
That's right. We're rooting for everybody. I've got some important Canadian courtroom updates on deck in case you didn't know the latest going on in the High Court of Canada.
I bet those get pretty drunk.
You nailed it, Mark.
Yeah.
There's definitely is at least one drunk person in the Canadian courtroom update.
You're just allowed to throw a full Molson at someone, accusing them. Yeah.
We'll talk about it in there. And then Wes has drunk chicks on a cocaine submarine to close it out today.
Yeah, it's party time. Women have done something that they've never done in the history of this country, and it's something. So we'll talk
on Women's Month too.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Incredible.
That's one of the reasons I covered it, of course.
Wow,
nice,
fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff.
Should we get do you have anything? What you guys been up to? Do you guys want to get to the news, or do you want to say
the snow finally melted?
Nice.
So I'm just nothing can get me down. I'm ready for whatever.
Let's do it.
Give me the terrible news.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
There's like one new joke of the day that's okay, but it's kind of mean for Women's Month. Should I do it?
Yes.
All right. All right. Tom M sends in. Tom M says, "What do you call a woman who says she can do anything a man can do?"
A liar.
A fucking liar. All right. You guys want to talk about the Oscars at all? It's like a day old at this point. Do you guys watch the Oscars? Yeah.
No, I heard that the Oscars were just completely overshadowed by these banks collapsing.
I watched the entire Oscars on DVR after.
I watched that terrible movie get the best Oscar.
Oh yeah.
And then and then all I've been hearing about is some bitch that was really sour when Jamie Lee Curtis won, and that was it.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once got 7 Academy Awards, including Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Actress, Best, I think, definitely Best Picture,
Best Asian in a movie,
Best Screenplay.
It makes sense because there weren't that many good movies last year, and that was a good movie.
That would have won any year, I think. That's like the best movie.
So it's a good movie in a year where there wasn't that many great movies.
I thought The Whale was so much better.
I haven't seen The Whale yet, but I can't imagine it was. So yeah, I watched the whole thing.
It was 7 Academy Awards, Wes.
Yeah, The Whale got 1,
like you said.
The Whale got 1. Brendan Fraser. So you take him out of it, I don't think it's a great movie. But anyways, I didn't really enjoy the Oscars this year. I should have watched The Last of Us instead. It's been said many times before, but watching a bunch of multimillionaires suck each other's clits and dicks while the banks are collapsing is like I had to wake up and work 2 jobs. I didn't really feel, and I wasn't feeling it, like the hobnobbery.
And didn't Denzel like skip it? He was like courtside.
Denzel skipped it.
NBA
Tom
game.
Cruise skipped it. James Cameron skipped it.
For a bitch reason, by the way. Tom Cruise skipped it. He didn't want to run into Nicole. That was his reason.
Oh, sure. Well, it's because
That's an excuse.
It's because he knew he.
No, it's because he's a weirdo.
No. The Academy definitely like
the church wouldn't let him out that night.
The Academy definitely like lets you know ahead of time. You can tell by these speeches like who's going to win. So Tom knew that Top Gun wasn't winning any major awards, so he's like, "Fuck it." And yes,
that's fair. I mean, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once was definitely a better like original movie than Top Gun.
Yeah, but Top Gun didn't win shit. It won like best sound, maybe. Like it didn't win anything. It was nominated for like 5 things and it got swept. Jimmy Kimmel hosted, and he, outside of destroying Will Smith, which was hilarious, and he wasn't there either, obviously. He's had a bad month, with getting insulted. Other than that, he went like super, super easy on the people in the crowd. It was real PG, his jokes, and he's
that's
just
because he's
fluffing these rich dudes up. Yeah,
because he's he's part of the establishment. He's a pedophile, and that's.
He had a moment too.
That's what
he needs them to come on his show, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He had a moment too, like because that was a bad night to host the Oscars, and he definitely could have made some jokes that really like. At least crack the ice with that. Right.
The only thing he made fun of is how long it was and how it's stupid that it's so long. So he did that, but he kept making fun of like the shitty awards, like the Sound Guys Awards. Instead of like making fun of the rich people, he was making fun of the fact that we all had to sit through the Sound Guy Awards and all the shitty awards.
Chevy Chase is always the GOAT with the.
Yeah. Hello, Hollywood
phonies.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. There's no one that loves movies more than me. I fucking love movies. I've always loved the Oscars. This year, not so much. They play every trailer to every Best Picture, like at every commercial break. We already know the Best Picture trailers. We've seen the movies. We don't need to see a 2-minute trailer for each fucking picture.
Did you see all the Best Picture movies?
I saw like half of them, but I don't need to see the trailer. I've seen the trailers for all of them. I don't need to like see the trailer for it. It's not gonna be like, oh, that trailer means that I think it should win the Oscar tonight. Like,
they played a full trailer, like a 90
like 30-second clip for each one.
That's a lot still.
Each best song got to play a song, which most of them were good. Lady Gaga's performance was incredible. But I don't know. It was tough.
I skipped it until the very end. Mm-hmm.
Tough stuff there. Rihanna also played.
I am glad Jamie Lee Curtis won, though. I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'm glad she won.
Yeah, she was super pro about it. She thanked like all the right people. Everyone else was like overwhelmed with emotion. She was like, just like, oh, there it is. I should have won. I was prepared.
Who was it? Angela Bassett that was the sour grapes? Was that
I don't know.
That's like the big news that I've seen all day. It's like
from Wakanda Forever. She wasn't gonna win.
She was whoever was up against her first best. She had like the bitchiest look on her face when she lost, and
Wakanda Forever is not a great movie, so like she wasn't gonna beat Jamie Lee Curtis in that.
Oh, it's so long. I fell asleep multiple times trying to finish it.
It's longer than Everything Everywhere All at Once somehow. All right, here's a big one. Mm-hmm. The Biden administration has approved the largest ever oil extraction project on federal lands, the Alaska Willow project, for like $8 billion or $80 billion, a lot of $1 billion. I don't know.
They're gonna want that money right now, huh?
Federal lands, they mean Indian burial grounds.
Yeah, I think like maybe that's what they mean. Like
BLM, probably like Bureau of Land Management, federal land. Yeah, right. Federal. They own a lot of the land out west. Yeah,
land that we gave away, but then we're taking back or something like that.
Yeah, land that the federal. Remember we talked about Hawaii West.
Land that we gifted. Right, we Indian gifted it. Right.
Right. Yeah. We talked about how we took Hawaii. We basically took everywhere in the whole North America that we have right now, like that same way. Yeah.
But look,
that land.
Look, got it. When no one can buy a house and people are about to lose their minds in a recession, it's fuck the environment and the future of the Earth time, right? Something tells me that asteroid might be more like 1 in 100 in 2046 with this move. And if so, I want cheap gas until then, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just it's a nature of what's happening, right? You see banks collapsing, and then
a little bit of relief.
You see the banks, what was it? The second and third biggest bank collapses in U.S. history on consecutive days. And then the next day you have President Biden going 180 about face on one of his promises to not drill on federal land. And he's just like, well, we need the money. I mean, it's pretty, it's like a cause and effect, right?
We're in trouble here. Yeah. But obviously it's not going over well with, everyone, because, the TikTok's biggest trend on Monday was Stop Willow, #Stop Willow, the Willow project. Right. Granted to ConocoPhillips, the oil company. I bet their stock's going to go up, by the way. Check that out.
Oh, yeah.
The Willow oil project could produce up to 180,000 barrels of oil a day, and it will create thousands of jobs. So short term, it's definitely good for everyone except environmentalists, the wildlife, and the environment. Except for that,
this was one of his
except for all
big,
that. Yeah.
This was one of his big campaign promises. You
That's
know.
fine.
How they like brought like his coalition
Right.
that he brought together, I guess.
Well, also the whole promise a couple months ago at the climate summit for 2050 zero emissions is in jeopardy probably because of this, but look, I'm a huge sucker for believing the scientists on climate change and rising water levels coming and deforestation of the rainforest causing carbon emissions and providing less oxygen. But hey, look, when your back's against the wall, I say fuck it, drill baby drill, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't want an electric car.
No. Please.
Well, I'm not. I just bought a gas car, so I'm gonna have it for at least like
Good investment, Will.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, especially with this Alaska thing going on. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
feel a lot better about it. Yeah.
You're pretty close to Alaska. You can get some of that oil.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of drilling, have you guys ever hear of the expression or just witness it with your own eyes? Like, she likes bad boys. That woman likes bad boys. A lot of ladies out there like the bad boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard.
All right. Well, if you don't believe me, then explain to me what happened in the UK's largest prison, the HMP Berwyn in Wrexham, Wales, Class C prison, where
Did you mean to say Berlin and you say it like a dummy, or is it
Berwyn.
really Berwyn? Okay.
No, it's in
Berwyn?
Wales.
Berwyn, Wales.
Berwyn.
It's not in Germany, Wes. It's in
Okay.
It's in Wales.
I thought
UK.
you might have just messed it up.
No, UK. UK is not Germany. Berwyn.
Berwyn.
No, you lost that one. It's in Wrexham, Wales. It's a Class C prison where 18 female guards have been fired or resigned for boning male inmates.
Whoa.
God.
18 of them.
So what's going
That's
on
the
here?
best place to get sent to jail.
Ow,
So is this just like a mob jail that they just send and then it's like they're basically just the guards are prostitutes, or what's going on?
Yeah. What
Your
is it?
gu-
This
guess
sounds
is as good as
fabulous.
Yeah, some
I
of
mean,
the guards aren't ugly. I mean, look at her,
I know. Yeah.
They're young too. These women that are getting in trouble.
These women
They're
were
young-
just
they're young,
having
too?
their
Oh, yeah,
having
they're
their
young.
way with all the
They're young.
prisoners. Just
They're young.
the
too?
prisoners just had
They're
to
young too.
give
It was-
in to their domination.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know what the
Wow.
prisoners are up to over there. It was like a set of a porno, though. 27-year-old Jennifer Gavin, 27-year-old Aisha Gunn, and 26-year-old, they're young, Emily Watson,
They are young.
were jailed. They not only were fired, they were arrested because they were banging so much. That was like that.
You know what they're going to be doing in jail.
Yeah, that was like a 300 times type level for those girls. Like, how many times, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just fucking like all the prisoners, or what? Like, is it like a?
I don't know if they all got together and they're like, should we
Sounds
do
like
it? Or like it was like a domino effect or what's going on?
But
over
you
You
there.
said
18
17 got fired, right?
Right.
18 6 got fired, 12 quit because the heat was coming around the corner, and 3 were jailed. 18 women total.
Damn, so
implicated in sexing it up.
So
the-
those
the
3 were
inmates.
like the ringleaders.
Oh, they
of
were
the
doing it
whole
too
thing.
much. They were doing it too much. Yeah.
They were like the madams.
Wow.
Yeah. They were like the madams. A Ministry of Justice spokesperson
Jail sounds awesome.
in Berwyn.
That jail in Berwyn jail.
Berwyn.
Win
Yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah. Berlin, topless titties too. Berlin, not bad.
We gotta do a Berwyn war at some point.
Berwyn,
you know?
Berlin. You can't go wrong. The Ministry of Justice spokesperson said the vast majority of prison service staff are hardworking and honest. But as you all know now, what we have known for some time, some of these hoes are sluts. So, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. What a smelly prison. I bet violence was down, though. They should look at the amount of prison violence and compare it to other, like, C-class prisons in the UK. And if it's lower in this brothel prison, then maybe we were onto something with the hand jobs to prevent school shootings project, right? Like a little bit of sex, less violence.
Yeah,
no,
think about
yeah,
this.
for sure.
How violent would you be
If you weren't,
you were in
gotta
there
get-
and you weren't getting any?
That's
you'd
the
be
flip side of the coin. Wes.
More violent.
It could be like an Animal Kingdom thing where like you're challenging the other male lion, and like whoever's the toughest gets to have sex with the lady. So it could go Fight Club.
I mean, I'd have
style.
no chance. I'm honest with myself. I'd have no chance. but But there are some men in there that would stab other men to death for.
No, you're
for
right.
sure. Yeah,
It could be a shoes off sheet over the cell. We're fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hoping that the women are in charge there and they can sort of protect you.
Sounds like they were. Well,
while you also get to have the sex.
I think that they were controlling everything with their vaginas and mouths. And it's a shame they got caught. Because
that is a shame.
Now the prison's.
There was wasn't there a picture of one of them kissing one from like inside the cell?
You have to imagine with 18. I'm sure there was, Wes.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine if you were like the whistleblower, if it was one of the inmates that was sour? He's dead. He's dead.
Oh yeah, dead man.
Oh,
dead.
No.
Yeah.
The most violent beating of all time.
Well, yeah, no.
It's about to get so violent.
Or fucked to death because they can't have sex anymore. It just might be a free for all in that guy's rear end. Yeah.
I mean, I hope they know the violence they just unleashed
Free for all
on that prison. Or is it a prison or a jail? Like, what are we talking about?
Largest like prison. It's like a big one. They're in there for a while, so now they have to think about it with their 10-year sentences. They're not getting it anymore. Yeah. There goes.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they were young too.
They were young.
All right.
26.
More good news. We hinted at the top. A bill, 26, not bad. A bill to move to a 4-day work week was introduced to the House again. This time by Representative Mark Takano. And this guy's going places. Careful, California. You have a hero in your hands because this guy's trying to get the bill passed. Good for that guy.
4 days.
Yeah. You may remember the UK. Again, back to the UK, did a trial of this, and it was very successful in the past year. They had 70 companies and like 3,500 workers do a 4-day, 32-hour work week. So they're not even doing 4 10s; they're doing 4 8s. And they said that they maintained 100% productivity, working 32 hours, getting paid full salary because they were happy. So
more productive, actually.
Yeah, slightly more productive, but certainly not less. Right. And 90% of the UK companies involved in the study are sticking with it permanently. So it works. Yeah.
Because everyone fucking loved it because it's a great idea.
9 out of 10. They don't even, dentists in the commercials don't even recommend it at that rate, like for things,
That's good results.
That's pretty good.
It's hard to argue with those results. So.
It is. So it's also supported. The bill supported by the American Federation of Labor, the Congress of Industrial Organizations, the 4-day week global, which of course that company, if it's going to call itself that, probably supports it. Service Employees International Union and the United Food and Commercial Workers Unions. And you know what? None of that fucking matters because it's probably not going to pass.
Right.
So,
no, not right now. No, it's not. Is it?
No.
No.
Could be supported by everyone.
It really only matters for people that have like office jobs and like
corporate
jobs. So it's just it's gonna separate the classes even that much more. Because if I'm not in one of those jobs, I'm bitter as fuck. I'm so bitter.
Right, because there's still gonna be like the 7-day-a-week jobs, obviously.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's a great thing. I support my my old corporate homies, sure. and I hope it happens. And I think it's also good because if you can move to this. A lot of people have to work 2 jobs. You can open yourself up to some gig work and it's not overwhelming because you can get some second income on a 4-day work week schedule. And then maybe people can buy homes again in this country. I don't know. I'm for it.
Potentially.
Maybe.
We'll
Big time for it.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but it won't pass. So no big deal.
Not here.
No chance.
It would be cool though, man. Just like one less day of working.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That adds up,
That's pretty nice. Yeah. Like once a week.
That's pretty nice. I mean, couldn't you even like
2 times a year you get an extra day?
Couldn't you even just take some PTO away? Like just do like 1 week of PTO in a 4-day work week or something like that.
So Wes, you're talking about because like your schedule where you own 2 businesses.
I'm talking like trash men. I'm talking waiters. Right. I'm talking all the people that don't have corporate jobs will hate those motherfuckers that all get 3-day weekends now. I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, but you'd have to move everybody to it. You couldn't do like that. But you couldn't do like because retail and restaurant obviously
you want to work more hours than that. That's paid per hour. So like it's not this is for salary jobs. Period. Yes, it's just salary jobs. Yes. Well, salary jobs and gig workers are already at ends anyways. Like if you
like entertainment's always going to be. Yeah.
This is for salary jobs,
like
government
drivers
and private and public. Well,
people are going to start
be jealous all you fucking want. It's going to be awesome. jealous little bitch. All right, back to bad news. Africa is about
jealous.
Oh, no, I'm not going to be jealous. Back to bad news.
I mean, when you're working 5 and they're working 4.
I'm going to be jealous. I'm working 7. I'm working 7. Back to bad news. Africa's about to split in half. Maybe not in half, but a chunk of it might split off, according to a bunch of them scientists. It's gonna look like this. East Africa, bye-bye.
Yeah, new ocean, right?
Yeah, we're like, yeah, that'd be cool. And like, so was that an island technically, like beachfront property?
Yeah, it's got to be like a giant African island, but
yeah,
but massive, right?
Yeah,
because Africa can't lose that like land. It's still Africa.
Oh no, you just kind of like if you're on the fault line, you just move your inland a little bit and get a boat.
You telling me they're going to move that whole part over there? Everything?
Well, they're not going to. Tectonic plates are going to.
Right. I mean, not Africans, but right. The globe. The globe's planning to do this.
The Earth is doing it. Yeah. So basically, this happened. It started, I guess, in 2018. This giant crack just kind of showed up in Kenya, and they're like, "Whoa, where'd Greg go?" And he fell in a hole and died. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, well, whoa, this is a huge, like, giant hole. But up until recently, it was filled with like molten lava ash or whatever, because, the Earth is the core is all lava, right? And tectonic plates and whatever. So it was like totally like, oh, this is explainable. And then all of a sudden the ash disappeared and it's getting bigger. And they're like, this motherfucker is going to split the whole East Coast of Africa off soon. So
wow, damn,
yeah.
So it's inside Kenya, like what?
Started in Kenya, yeah.
Whoa,
is that Madagascar over there?
Yeah,
I think so. But now it's got some competition.
It looks like it looks like it got bigger.
No, it's gonna look. It's dwarfed Madagascar now because it's like it's got a huge island right next to it.
What if this thing hits it? What if it bumps into Madagascar?
It's just gonna own it because it's just. I mean, it's just so much more massive. If the island's ever got into a war. But.
Yeah, no, this is, you want to be on the new island. I'm pumped. I mean, if I'm on East Africa, I'm
that's a lot of new beachfront property that's about to open up.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like, exactly. Yeah,
they're doubling their coastline over there.
Get in on it now. Yeah.
Shorter ship route too.
Oh yeah, you cut a corner in there.
Cut right through there.
Absolutely. Pirates though.
Oh yeah. Well, they already are.
This is a good opportunity for pirates. Yeah, if you ask me. Tectonic plates did it again, and that takes us to
the cream of the crop.
It's the banks, but it's kind of a good news, bad news. The good news is if you're a violent criminal that likes to rob people, everyone's got cash right now because everyone went to the bank on Monday and withdrew money. So get out there and rob people. They have cash in their wallets, and then also that's pretty much the only people it's good for. Is the
get out there and rob them?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question.
It's all bad stuff here.
This is probably very obvious, but I thought that banks weren't supposed to take your money and invest in other bullshit. They're supposed to loan it out for mortgages. No. They're supposed to loan it out for mortgages and car loans.
Yeah,
but like to invest in like shit that is very risky. Are they supposed to do that?
I mean, like, yeah, they do it nowadays. Yes,
that's all they do.
I thought they were supposed to just lend it out for like loan, like home loans and car loans.
They're smarter than us.
Business loans.
And they invest
part of it. Yeah. The other part is speculating on the market, and then
all they do is
expecting it to never crash.
They do reverse mortgages. They buy up houses, but they also invest, and yes, they do it all. They do it all.
Like my bank's investing in like Amazon. Is what you're telling me?
Oh yeah.
If they're smart,
I don't want them to do that. I want them to be safe with my money.
Call the JP Morgan customer service line.
Yeah, I will.
They thought they were all being safe. But, some of them, like Silicon Valley, had like shitloads of crypto and whatnot, and Roku and all this other shit.
Right. Yeah. Look, it's also good. I take it back. It's also good news for investors that did not have any stock in any bank, but wants to buy it now for cheap because the banks fucking crashed in the stock market on Monday. A lot of them were down like over 50%.
Regional banks.
Yeah. Slight recovery. Yeah, regional banks. A slight recovery happening in a lot of banks, but it was... Some of them were down like 70%. It's like
look at Customers Bank really fucking over their customers.
Yeah.
Not great to have right now is not a great feeling to have your money all at a regional bank. You're shitting your pants for sure.
That's a sarcastic customers. That's that's under the breath. Customers Bank.
Customers.
Fuck
them.
So obviously what happened, right? We talked about it yesterday. SVB, the Silicon Valley Bank, they absolutely get pantsed. There's a run on the bank from all the large tech companies that are invested. The FDIC takes over. Then it happened again with Signature Bank. So 2 banks got taken over by the FDIC. How many more? People are like, the FDIC comes out and they're saying, oh, no, don't worry, everyone. We're going to absolutely insure every depositor, every account somehow magically, even though historically we've said $250,000 per depositor and only for banks that are insured. Now we're going to insure every bank and every amount of dollars. And then Joe Biden gives a speech at 9 a.m. Monday morning. And that is a red flag because he couldn't even wait till lunch because people were panicking so much. 9 a.m. Eastern time Monday morning. That's like, holy fuck, shit's going down. And he says, no. Everyone's insured. Everyone's going to get their money. No problem. And this is super important. Taxpayers aren't going to pay for it. The FDIC is magically going to pay for everyone's money, which is over $220 trillion in banks and assets.
Going to print more money.
But the FDIC, they have 1.3 billion or something like that. I forget.
I think it's 125 billion, but nowhere close.
They have 1% of what's in the banks, which is what they're supposed to have. So they have like 130 billion or whatever it is, and they say those are the fees that they charge banks to begin with. So it's their depository. It's their reserve, and they're going to use that to give out loans and to give out.
But that's not nearly enough.
It's not nearly enough. Basically, if the run doesn't stop, all of that is lip service.
Right.
Let's see if Mason Clark has anything to say about
this.
I
agree, Wes. I agree. I gave Mason,
I think what's going to happen.
Mason a bunch of shit yesterday, but I do need him to not really comment on the live chat. But we need him and some people to leave a voicemail and explain what the fuck's going on for Hive Hour to sum up what's going on because it seems like bullshit to me that the FDIC can cover all this money.
Yeah, it seems impossible.
Yeah,
and it also seems fucked up that they're just gonna get bailed out, and it's gonna. I mean, it seems like it's just gonna come back on us.
It does. I think that the I read that the account, the one that Mark was talking about, that is only like 125 billion. It's not even enough to cover the 212 billion for SV, the Silicon Valley Bank. That one, like the fund that's going to pay for that, if it doesn't have enough, I had read that they can ask, like they can put it on the taxpayers next. Like it's a potential that.
Obviously, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If they're trying to stop the run on banks while the banks recover and buy more houses and invest more and get some money back, they're trying to calm down panic. But
you saw that list of banks that's down 75%. I mean, who knows when the next one's going to fail?
If the panic doesn't stop, then it's going to be on everyone. Everyone's fucked. It's whatever, the taxpayers, inflation's going to go way up, and you'll pay through that. Like basically everyone needs to stop withdrawing their money. It's one of those it's one of what's it, the hodl, like basically your money in the bank though. Yeah,
there's no
it's just these regional people. It's people who have their money in regional banks. They're getting scared because of they keep shutting down. So
can a schmo just open up a bank like in Omaha if I want to go open up a regional bank? Yeah, I mean it seems like like Wes's First National.
I think you have to sign up with the FDIC, who you pay fees to.
Right, but obviously they're not regulating anything, because then I could just take all your money and put it in fucking Roku if I want to. Like they're not fucking regulating.
As long as you pay the FDIC fees, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck is the FDIC doing?
I watch all of my programs on this thing now. Yeah. It's great.
What the fuck?
The weight of the bank behind it.
There should be limits on what they can do with your money and how risky they can be with your fucking money. It's insanity.
Apparently not, Wes. According to their own website, the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, is an independent agency created by Congress to maintain stability and public confidence in the nation's financial systems.
Yeah, okay.
Boy, they're having a really getting put to work this week. To accomplish this mission, the FDIC ensures deposits, examines, and supervises financial institutions for safety, soundness, and consumer protection, makes large and complex financial institutions resolvable, and manages receivership. So they are literally what they were designed to do. This is what they need to be excelling at right now, because it's like, we got to go to work. It's like, it's like when the third string quarterback has to go in the game.
It's like when FEMA needs to do something, then they fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, even less frequent than that, though.
Way less frequent.
Yeah,
There are guys who worked their entire careers and didn't have to deal with this shit.
Right. It's like Mark says, they're trying to stop the bleeding, are they going to be able to? Is the bleeding going to stop? That's what we don't know right now, as of time of taping. Right.
It's nice to hear things like everyone's money is safe, but in reality, if the panic doesn't stop, it's not.
Little people will get fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, always. It always comes back to. I mean, like at the end of the day, like it's always going to come back on like the populace in general. They have to like burden, shoulder the cost of all this stuff. That was at least with the bailouts in 08. That's the way it was.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look, one thing's for sure, there will be brighter days ahead. And for those days, you're going to want to have a pair or two of Shady Ray sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about. Look at these fucking things. The Navigators. Holy shit.
Yeah, you look
I got
good.
the blackouts.
Yeah.
Love them. Love them.
That's right. What's worse than buying a pair of expensive sunglasses and losing them right after you get them? Breaking them. That's not for me. I hate it. Not since I got Shady Rays. Don't have to worry about that. Look at Wes's. Woohoo.
Oh, man,
Will,
they're nice.
You don't have to worry about breaking them anymore with Shady Rays. Shady Rays makes high quality sunglasses that are just as good, or in my opinion, better than expensive ones. And Shady Rays are just a fraction of the price. They're durable, built to tackle all of life's outdoors adventures. Their styles are timeless and on point. They make me look pretty good. Plus, all Shady Rays have polarized lenses for crystal clear vision and strong sun protection. That's the real test of a good pair of sunglasses.
Yep.
Speaking of strong, here's why I don't worry about ever losing or breaking my Shady Rays ever. Every pair of Shady Rays is backed by their industry-leading lost and broken replacements program. Break or lose your pair. The second you take them out of the box, they'll send you a replacement pair free. Shady Rays isn't happy unless you're happy. That's why they give you 30 days to try them. And if you don't like them, you can exchange them or return them for guess how much? Free again. Pretty
incredible.
Yeah, that's nice.
Pretty incredible. And the customer service is top notch. I mean, they're taking care of you immediately. The second you let them know there's a problem.
There you go. With every order, Shady Rays Impact Program works with nonprofits worldwide to make an impact on the lives of children and young adults, like building play sets for pediatric cancer patients. Wow. And creating adventures for young adults with cancer and MS. So don't be an ASS hole. Get some Shady Rays. What's better than getting one pair of Shady Rays and not wearing if you break or lose them? Getting two.
Oh, whoa. That is, I said nothing, but that two is better.
It is. Go to shadyrays.com/hardfactor and use code hardfactor. And for a limited time, when you buy one pair of Shady Rays, you'll get a second pair free. That's SHADYRAYS.com/hardfactor, code hardfactor. Get a second pair of Shady Rays free.
Ooh.
So good. They're so nice.
Ooh, yeah, the best. Get in there. And I didn't know this before trying Nutrafol, but you don't have to choose between better hair growth and your health. There's a holistic solution for men that promises both healthier hair and whole body wellness. I thought it was all like chemical gels and whatnot to thicken your hair. Nope. Nutrafol has changed the game. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Nutrafol's hair growth nutraceuticals go beyond genetics to multi-target the root causes of thinning, including stress, hormones, nutrition, metabolism, aging, and lifestyle through whole body health. It's just an amazing multivitamin that happens to regrow your hair extra thick as well. That's Nutrafol. Physician formulated using natural medicine grade ingredients. Nutrafol's drug-free patented technology provides consistent, reliable results without compromising your sexual health at all. Trust us. Big time. No compromises. In a clinical study, men showed progressive improvement in hair growth and thickness after 3 and 6 months of using Nutrafol. Nutrafol is also trusted and recommended by more than 3,000 top doctors. It's the best in the biz, period. 3,000 doctors, guys. That's a lot.
I mean, if you've been thinking about this, and why would you not try this? Why would you not?
I'm so happy they're a sponsor. I was looking at getting this for right before we got them, and I was I'm so happy I'm on Nutrafol right now.
It's the best. I can feel myself getting thicker all the time. It's incredible. And you can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com/men and entering promo code HARDFACTOR to save $15 on your first month subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, plus free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com/men, spelled NUTRAFOL.com/men, promo code HARDFACTOR.
Nice.
All one word.
Excellent. Can we get to a few live comments before we start your segment?
Please. Oh, please.
So Mason's been in here. He's explaining some of the bank things to Wes, saying that some banks do what you're saying and don't fuck with the money at all and get risk-wise. And he says, my bad, guys. I'll call. Didn't mean to overshare. You can overshare all you want. We're just having fun with you, Mason. But a voicemail would be appreciated to sum up.
Please, Mason.
Yes.
And the voicemail number is 512-270-1480.
That's right. And then on the 4-day work week, Colin Phillips says it's like they'd be having Pat's schedule. Got him.
Well, one more day.
Got him.
One
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
One more.
Got him.
But yeah,
They'll be working harder.
Meeting in the middle. Meeting in the middle. Yeah, work smarter, not harder. That's exactly right, guys. All right. I have no transition from that to the Canadian courtroom, but that's where we're headed next. The courtrooms of Canada, where, if you didn't know, here's a fun fact. The Supreme Court justices of Canada dress like Santa Claus for some reason.
That's awesome.
So
Is that really the way they dress?
That's amazing.
that's the Supreme Court of Canada.
How do you take them seriously? I love it, but some of them have neck things and some of them don't.
That's not just a Christmas photo.
No, they look like they're about to sing a carol to you.
Wait, three of them don't have the neck things. That means they're junior members.
I guess it's like optional. Maybe it looks like
you earn that neck thing.
Yeah, you got
frock.
Yeah.
They have like a red robe, a Santa style red satin robe with like white fur trimmings, and then it's like they have the red fur frock on top of that, and then an additional frock and on top.
Yeah,
of
they
that.
got like the "I'm cold, I'm a
frocks.
grandma" thing on top.
Yeah.
One chick in the back's young too.
Charles.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. No, there's some. Yeah, there's. I mean, some of them are.
She's about 26.
Yeah, she looks like she's a prison guard over there in Berlin.
Berlin. Yeah, you've ever been to Berlin?
Well, so not only do they dress the Supreme Court justices like Santa Claus in Canada, one of those Canadian Supreme Court justices, I want you guys to zoom in with your eyes there. Top left, you see him in the picture there. That is Judge Russell Brown. There he is. There's a close-up of him. And he is now on indefinite paid leave after he got into a fist fight while on vacation in Arizona. And the incident...
Supreme Court Canadian judge is throwing hands.
Yeah, this guy. He didn't throw hands. He had hands thrown on him.
Okay.
But you hear he was involved in the altercation for sure. The incident occurred on January 28th of this year, 2023, when Russell was staying at the Omni Scottsdale Resort and Spa at Monte Lucia. So you guys know an Omni hotel, right?
Of
you know,
course.
It's it's
nice. Pretty nice. Yeah.
Hostile hotel, pretty good stuff.
The Supreme Court
Always
guys
have a
going
nice
there.
bar at them.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Features prominently in this story, West. They always have a nice lobby bar. Pretty good scene there in the lobby. And he was staying there at the Omni, and Russell had given a speech at the Sandra Day O'Connor Justice Prize at Arizona State University earlier that day. And so naturally, he got home to his Omni hotel. He wanted to tell everybody at the sweet hotel bar about, his speech. That he's so proud that he had just given his speech, and everybody, needed to know about it. And one thing led to another. And old Russell, you see, he was kissing all the ladies on the hands, and he was rereading.
He looks like a sex creep.
He does. I was gonna say he looks like a Catholic priest pedophile. Honestly,
yeah, he kind of looks like he's in the younger crowd, but he likes them younger too, like the Supreme Court justice in the back. But but he likes something that he's not supposed to do.
He was talking to a whole group of people at the Omni bar and just sort of reliving the glory days and kissing the ladies on the hand. And then he was rereading his speech drunkenly to all of them. And then when the ladies asked their buddy to take them back to their room, that's when Justice Brown, he said he was going to follow them. He was like, well, I'm going with you. I'm going with you back to your
Justice likes to get in the brown. Justice
so,
Brown fingers, Justice Brown cock. Yeah.
So Russell is just following this group of people back to their room.
Can't do that.
I'll get you in trouble every time.
Yeah. You wanted me to come, right? Yeah. He just gets on the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if they had to get in the elevator. I hope they just
which floor? Which floor? He's like, which floor.
Omni hotels have a lot of floors too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that one. I'm on the floor. You hit. Yeah.
17, perfect.
Yeah.
Refuses to hit his own button.
Yeah.
Just waits
What a
him out.
coincidence.
I'll get off at 17
The
too.
doors opening and closing. Yeah. So yeah, Russell just like, I'm coming back with you. And then so they got to the hotel room, and I guess there was two ladies and a Mr. Crump, at least one guy named Mr. Jonathan Crump. And at that point, Mr. Crump alleges that he had to punch Judge Brown twice in the face to prevent his drunk, creepy ass from barging into the room. And
you don't listen too good the
women.
first time, do you?
Yeah. So I guess he like Mr. Crump, Jonathan Crump says that the guy was at the door, he was like, you have to leave. And then the guy pushed him. And then he like he pushed him. I guess he pushed him, said, you have to leave. And then the judge pushed him back. And then at that point, he just punched him twice.
You can understand the judge's issue there. He looks inside and he sees two girls and one guy, and he says, hey, let's have a party. Like, two for you, none for me. I don't think so.
What's your problem, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you take your pick, but two for you.
I'm a Supreme Court Justice of Canada, right?
Yeah.
I just told you that 10 times, right?
Unless you have two cocks, I'm coming in,
I would never believe anyone if they told me they were a Supreme Court Justice of Canada.
Not if he looked like that.
And he was bragging about it.
I would never believe anyone.
And then he shows you a picture of him in a Santa costume.
Yeah, like, okay, sure, pal.
Sure. Yeah, you and your buddies are the Supreme Court. Yeah.
Right.
Look at you.
Christmas caroling team. The church choir, Russell.
Yeah.
So Russell claims that he didn't say anything at the time back in January because he was embarrassed, and he just was going to let bygones be bygones, and that the attack though was completely unprovoked, not like Mr. Jonathan Crump says at all. That's what the Supreme Court Justice Russell Brown says. Yet Mr. Crump has filed a formal complaint with the Canadian court, and Russell is on that indefinite leave. So
sounds like some research was done, and he had a boner trying to poke his way into the door.
Right. And it's a month and a half later, and he's just now going on his indefinite leave. So pretty sure the investigation.
Sounds like they interviewed everyone at the bar and the bartender, and everyone was like, oh, he was going back with the girls. They didn't want him to.
Russell was hammered.
Yeah.
He was kissing everybody.
He asked them which floor, that trick, so he knows what floor they're on. Yeah. Which floor? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he knows.
I'll push the button for you. Which floor? Yeah.
I got it. I love me. Okay. In better news in the Canadian courtrooms, guys, it's not all bad news up there. A Quebec judge has acquitted a man of criminal harassment. That was what he was charged with for the crime of flipping off his neighbor. He flipped him the bird.
Well, that ain't a crime.
Nope. You're right, Mark. And Quebec court judge Dennis Galiastos, he agrees with you, Mark. He says, to be abundantly clear, it is not a crime to give someone the finger. Flipping the proverbial bird is a God-given, charter-enshrined right that belongs to every red-blooded Canadian. It may not be civil. It may not be polite. It may not be gentlemanly. Nevertheless, it does not trigger criminal liability, and that's the judge right there. So they don't all have to wear the Santa costume. So
right, he's got the I flip the bird a lot haircut.
Well, he looks I mean,
faux hawk.
Time out. Let's also not excuse his outfit. He might not look like a Santa, but he looks like a fucking magician.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like he's.
That's a microphone in front of him. I thought it was like a bolt.
Mic.
Yeah, like a tie, weird tie.
He's got like a weird fucking outfit on.
Robe.
Yeah.
And a waiter's white
like a puffy shirt.
He's got a cape behind him with a tail. Yeah.
Why do they make their judges look so ridiculous?
I don't know. Canada's the best, man.
Yeah, Canadian court sounds awesome.
Yeah. Canada's the best. So 45-year-old Neil with 2 L's, Epstein, had been arrested on May 18th, 2021, after he flicked his neighbor Michael Nasici off while, quote, holding a power tool in a menacing way. That's what Nasici said. Epstein. And I checked with Dooley, Canadian listener in the Heart of Hive, Dooley, and he said that the bird is pretty rare in Canada. You don't see Canadians just flashing the bird left and right like you do in the States. So
wow. Not even in their cars, because I mean that's where I do most of my burden. Like everyone,
that's the heaviest bird spot. Yeah.
Dooley
said walk around burden people.
Right.
He said it's more of an exasperated like
pussy. I should drive away.
What are you doing? He says it's more of like a
Right
throwing your arms in the air thing. Canadian bird. Yeah.
Getting that right turn lane that they can't make it. And flick them off.
And then I think they're following me, and I've got to do a U-turn and do some evasive driving.
No.
You think they're gonna come back at you?
No.
For the bird?
They were joking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes though they might get.
Yeah,
upset.
I mean, there's some psychos out there on the roads.
Oh yeah,
there are. This Nasichi guy turns out he was probably the psycho because the bird is rare in Canada, but it turned out that upon video review that it was Nasichi and his family, his parents, causing all the trouble in the neighborhood. They were like running their cars close to the other kids playing in the street and stuff. So Michael, I guess the son of like the grandparents there, probably deserved the middle finger, the bird that he got. And now it's the law in Canada that he did deserve that middle finger, or at least that he was allowed to receive it.
That's great.
They let him give it to him again one time in court for the win.
Oh, these Nasichis were terrible. I didn't give you the judge's whole quote. He went and he reviewed the tape, I think mostly from the Nasichi's own house, and he like watched and saw what was going on in the neighborhood, and they were just terrorizing everybody.
The jurors give him the bird while watching the tape.
Yeah, and then they reported the other people for flipping them off. It's insane. So
what do they do up there? Do they do like the fist shake? Like
no, that's Dooley. That's what he said. Was Dooley said they just throw their hands in the air, exasperated like, and they go, ah.
Okay, got it.
What are you doing? Hey, buddy.
Makes sense.
Egads.
All right, cool. All right, well, thank you, Will. Guys, let's go.
The cocaine corner.
Yeah.
The cocaine corner.
More of a party corner, but the first one is definitely about cocaine. And Robin Williams, he had this quote. He once said, "Cocaine is God's way of telling you that you make too much money." And I can understand that. And you better make a lot of money because the coke supply here in the U.S. just took a huge hit as a narco submarine. Actually, 3 of them, but I'm just going to be talking about one of them, was discovered off the coast of Colombia on its way to Central America, where it would then distribute over $90 million worth of cocaine, 2.6 tons. That
thing is badass looking. Holy shit.
Looks like the Washington Monument.
Yeah, it's 49 feet long, this submarine.
So a drone too? A drone?
A drone? What do you mean?
Is it a manned submarine or is
yeah, it's a manned submarine. That's why it's in the news, is because it was discovered because 2 dead bodies were found along with 2.6 tons of cocaine.
Oh, did they OD?
Yeah, so here I'm gonna play some video for you without sound.
The sub?
Did they do too much coke?
Why would you not? I mean, why would you not do too much coke?
I mean, you're in a sub, dude. You might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know.
Here they are. Here's a video of them like just unloading tons of bricks of cocaine from this thing. Obviously water had gotten in, and I'm not gonna lie, you'll see in a second, but you can't see it if you're listening. But some of the cocaine bricks,
I mean,
have a flash lightning bolt on it as the logo. And I really want to try. I really kind of want to try some of the flash coke
that came. Yeah, in that flash packaging in that fucking submarine that looks like it goes 1,000 miles an hour and it's shaped like a penis monument, sleek. Yeah. You want to try?
Did it just get heated? Like, they're testing it.
Here they are testing it. They're like, "Yep, this is great cocaine." Yep.
Wow, that's the best I've ever seen.
I'm colorblind. Maybe I should just try it.
There it is. It's blue. Sure. There they are rushing a guy off that died. I'm trying to get.
That was one of the workers.
Yeah.
Like that. Just that. This is one of their buddies that just tried it.
So check this out. Here's the look at this.
Whoa.
That's the flash cocaine.
That's
logo.
like Zeus's lightning bolt.
Yeah, I mean it's just it's and they've got other ones that are just logo branded coke. I mean
the other ones look like a strip club.
Yeah, Oh, I mean, yeah, the one looks like a strip club. One looks like it's like like a 16. It says 168 on
A
it.
hippie band.
Anyway,
Must be like who they're going to, probably.
Yeah.
or the manufacturer. I don't know. So again, 2 dead bodies were found on this submarine. 2 others were found alive, rushed to the hospital. Authorities say that a toxic gas leak, and then they inhaled it, but
Yeah, that was the cocaine.
they OD'd on cocaine.
Yeah, toxic gas leak. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do on a submarine mission with 2.6 tons of cocaine? You're gonna OD on cocaine.
You're gonna ask if it can go faster a lot. Can we get this thing any faster?
These guys are maniacs.
That's the worst thing to be transporting in a sub too, probably, because like you're just gonna want to do it, and you probably a submarine. I would imagine would be the worst place to be coked out, like to just be like,
Oh, you'd have
way
to be
too
coked
coked up. Yeah,
I'm surprised they
claustrophobic.
didn't split through a whale.
It's nighttime in a submarine, and yeah.
Surprised they didn't end up in a whale.
Oh man, I would be begging to go up for air. I'd be like, we gotta go up for air. We gotta go up. We gotta go up. We gotta go up for air. We gotta go up for air.
Man, that's probably what
Smoking
they
a bunch
did.
of cigs going.
Yeah, they hotboxed it. They just had a party.
Yeah, I think they smoked too many cigs.
Yeah, did they just died of smoke inhalation because it was just too smoked out, too many cigs?
So they're saying that this was a submarine that was part of FARC, which is the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. They are a Marxist-Leninist guerrilla group. They operated between 1964 and 2017. They attempted to overthrow the country's government, and then now they've just been hanging out in the jungles, building coke subs, manufacturing coke, and then sending maniacs on coke submarine missions with 3 tons of coke in them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing with our lives? We have no excitement compared to these guys.
What a mission!
Yeah,
This is what you need to get into.
this is the most exciting thing I can think of.
It's like a 3-day coke binge in a fucking submarine.
Yeah. First, you build your submarine in a jungle while you're doing a bunch of coke. Then you get to get it to the ocean. Yeah.
Build it so fast.
Then you load up and then you get in it. And I mean, it's the
Off
most
you go,
exciting
boys.
thing. Yeah. Fucking
What a career!
incredible. So they also discovered and destroyed a cocaine processing plant, and so in total they seized like 3 of these submarines. And what they do is they travel. They don't go like super low. They travel just below the surface so they can be undetected.
Yeah, they look fast, dude.
I mean, they look fast.
A normal submarine's pretty slow. It looks like a speedboat.
Yeah, it's crazy looking.
Yeah, like an upside down speedboat. Like
Yeah.
instead of it being on top of the water, it's just below the water.
Right.
Yeah. So pretty crazy stuff, but so I know there's a few cokeheads out there in our audience. Let us know if you see any effects of this, because there was a lot of coke seized in this operation. I mean, it was
That's twice now in this month. It's a bad month for.
Yeah.
Do you think that, as you say, it's an operation? Do you think that they, quote unquote, found the guys passed out?
Well, so they found 2
I
dead.
think they shot him.
They found 2 dead and they
I
found
mean-
2 alive, and they rushed the 2 alive to the hospital. So maybe once they get revived from their OD or whatever happened to them, they might be able to get some more
They
information.
could have
out of them.
just tossed like tear gas down. They could have gassed them out. And
They could have.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
knows what's going on? I mean, there's all kinds of shady
submarine,
shit.
you know?
Yeah,
It's
they
like-
could have. They could have just also could have just taken that coke and
Right.
sold
Yeah,
it.
it could be whatever. Right.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I get
Also,
that.
you said they built the submarine in the jungle. It might have been like faulty engineering, and they might have
you think?
suffocated to death.
A few holes in it, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably had some bad ventilation.
Yeah,
system.
I don't think they got the ventilation
the
working
hand
there.
built in the jungle.
And with this, with all the cocaine, you're breathing double time, so
Yeah.
they're just sucking the oxygen out of that thing.
Right.
Yeah, like,
It was an insane trip.
yeah.
Yeah. Trip
Are
of
you getting a
lifetime.
little lightheaded?
trip of a lifetime.
No, it's just do more cocaine.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know if you see any of that. Moving on, better news, guys. And since it's Women's History Month, I have a story about women in the U.S. making history and doing something that they have never done in the history of this country, and that is for the first
Apologize?
time. Apologize. Yeah, admit they're wrong. That is for the first time
Not that, huh?
in the U.S., women, especially college women, are out binge drinking men, according to Biden alcohol czar Dr. George Koob. And I'm going to play a little interview.
Well, we've officially we're pussies. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. That's it.
Here's the
The
percentage.
women are out drinking the men, huh?
That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Look at that.
Here's the latest percentage out of people surveyed. So 11.8% of in the past month, college women, said that they binge drink 10.4% of men, and it's no coincidence this is happening right around the time of the Borg. No coincidence at all.
Man,
Yeah, because they like the taste of the
They
Borg.
like the Borg.
guys, you gotta step those numbers up. I'll tell you
That's
what.
embarrassing.
Yeah,
That's kind of rough. I mean, like, okay.
I take
yeah.
all sexist jokes I take back. I'm having a little bit of fun. I'm not happy with this number though. Men.
I mean, yeah, it's also dangerous because women getting hammered it's fun, but it also can be dangerous.
It could be pregnancy.
It could be pregnancy. It could be a lot of things. Here's Dr.
Are those low in general though? Like, I feel like because that's like 11% of kids are getting hammered.
100% of my friends in college.
When we were in college, it was like 70, right? Like,
there's no way it wasn't 50.
Right.
Yeah, wait. So this is the percentage of college kids that self-report binge drinking.
So the above graph shows the proportion of men and women who report binge drinking in the past month while in college.
In the past month,
10% of men and 12% of women. No way. That was 50 at least when we were in college. I went to LSU though, so maybe.
But you guys were also hanging out like we all were in the drinking circles. There's a lot of people in college that don't do any of this shit.
Big circle,
90% though.
It was a big circle. The dorm's emptied.
I know, but
there were a few nerds studying, but good grief.
Yeah, but anyway, here's Dr. Koob to explain also why this is happening, COVID, all that stuff.
About a lot of rise in overdoses and fentanyl and alcoholism during COVID. Now that we're coming out of COVID, are we seeing a rise or drop among college kids when it comes to drinking in particular? We're seeing all these trends on TikTok encouraging binge drinking. Is that contributing to more drinking, or are we seeing less now that we're out of the
It's all the Borg.
Well, we don't have data that fine to grade analysis that I can tell you what's going on in 2023, but I can tell you that in 2020 there was a continuing decline in binge drinking among college-age students. In 2021. There's been an uptick, particularly among women. And it now turns out that on college campuses, women are actually binge drinking more than men for the first time in history. And there's been a narrowing of gap in drinking between men and women across the board. But it actually is more in women than in men now. And there was an uptick in 2021. During the pandemic, we did see generally, not just with college students, but we saw a general increase in the deaths and some of the pathology associated with alcohol. So a 25% increase in 2020. And that continued.
We're never going to have you on again.
2021.
Yeah.
So as we've seen increases in problems with mental health across
No one
the
vetted
board
this guy.
and other substance use problems. So I suspect that one of the things that restricted drinking in young people during the pandemic was the isolation and, not being with their compatriots and fellow students in social settings. But I think
someone at touch
now people are back. They're in social settings, and they're, it's what we call in the field the alcohol deprivation effect. So people tend to really rebound in drinking after a period of not drinking, and so we are a little concerned that this spring and spring break is going to be a return to
fun.
A good amount of binge drinking. And I just want to caution everyone.
Get out of town.
We need more than 10% of college kids binge drinking. Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
My goodness.
Yeah. We're not going to win any sort of wars or get out of this hole if we have 10% of people binge drinking.
No wonder drinking is down with that guy as the alcohol czar. I mean, God.
Yeah.
You listen to him talk about alcohol for 2 minutes and you want to never drink again.
I don't know. I kind of do want to drink.
Yeah, now
you right.
Get his voice.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that's what's going on. Women have officially have outpaced the dudes, and it is.
So now I'm mad at just rapists in college for real this time,
dude. I mean, really,
you got no excuse.
Now they're for real rapists.
Yeah, you got no excuse now.
Yeah. So
you're not drunk.
So congratulations, 90%
women. 90% of you aren't.
Yeah.
You've done something that we never thought possible, actually, which is you become bigger lushes than we are.
No, I think it possible. I think it possible for sure. men can like a lot of men are like all or nothing with the drinking. You know what I mean? And then women a lot of times can be like a little bit lighter. Like they don't necessarily go like.
Well, also listen, the thing that the cat, like the way that they calculate binge drinking or the term is like 4 or more drinks in an hour for a woman and 5 or more for a man. So it's like, I mean, that's like,
Wait,
in a sitting, right? In a sitting.
not in a
I think
sitting.
I think in an
No,
hour.
Not in an hour. No, I think it's a 3-hour period of time.
No. 4. Oh yeah, in the same evening. Yeah, same.
Yeah,
evening.
4 more drinks in the same.
So I can see
occasion.
like dudes just are like, it's like that doctor said, they're not like, there's no frat parties. So dudes are like
Time out.
drinking less.
10% of dudes are drinking less than 4 drinks, period, at college. Never more than 4 drinks over a 30-day period, which is 4 weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Over 4 weekends, 10% of dudes.
90% of dudes claim
what
they're
are they
not
doing?
drinking at all.
So
Yeah.
either they're lying or we suck. Now,
Well, hey, listen, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of listeners in college. So if this is what
Yeah,
you're
let us
seeing
know. I
on
mean,
your
like, what's
campus,
the
this
hit
is
us up. Leave us a
ridiculous.
voicemail 512-270-1480.
Did they do like ecstasy instead now? Did they
Hard
just like
Factor
get together in
voicemail.
a big room
I
with
guess
cats
we-
and do ecstasy?
Weed's legal more easily, so they probably smoke a little bit more weed, but I still need to see like 50% there. I still need that to be 50%.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It's surprising. It's to me, honestly, unfathomable. Unfathomable going
Yes.
to LSU. I could not fathom 90% of
Also, it seems like
college people not.
I wouldn't want to be at college without binge drinking.
and it seems like binge drinking has gone down for these numbers because in 2015 they said that 40% of college students were binge drinking every 30 days.
Yeah.
At the turn of the century, 38% of college women, 48% of college
That's what I'm
men.
saying. Yeah,
No.
those are the numbers. Now that's the numbers.
How
That's
did
the
it
real
go?
numbers.
How did it get so? What?
Listen, because Mark, the younger generation is getting more and
So
more
thoughtful.
sober.
Yeah.
They are. They're like it's cool somehow to be,
Well-
like that's why they've got sober bars. But like it is a thing that's happening. Is like the younger generation are drinking less.
All respect to your sobriety and you bettering yourself, Wes, but going to college and not drinking is insane.
I agree with you.
It's
It would
absolutely
be pretty
insane.
tough.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit like a lot of the even if you didn't drink a ton, a lot of your fun nights would have been when you went out with other people who were drinking in college.
Right.
So alcohol is just kind of around. It feels like for generation after generation of college students. So it is a little odd, I guess, that 90% aren't doing it now, as opposed to like when we were there.
I just
and-
know it is a thing amongst the younger generation coming up that it's like
If 90% of people weren't drinking when I was in college, it would have saved my parents some money because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have stayed.
a lot less DUIs. Hey, I'll take that as a parent now.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
Hey,
But I mean,
that
there's
up, kids.
Ubers and shit. I mean, give me a fucking.
Yeah,
Let's
if you
end the
get a
show.
DUI in a
Fucking
big city,
losers.
you're a moron.
Right.
Hey, binge drink, you fucking morons.
So let's take it back,
Hey, look,
guys.
Also, Mark's right, because he's right to be mad, because you know why the recession happened is because we fucked up the champagne index.
Yeah.
So
Have
we
you
knew-
seen the prices of a case of beer? They were like $6 because everyone's buying them in the town. Now only 10% of the college kids are buying them. So cases of beers are like $30 these days. It's ridiculous.
Oh, no. Yeah, see, and we've messed up by not buying enough champagne. That's why we got a
Yeah.
recession. That's fact. That's science.
It's part of your. It's part of your.
mathematical science.
You have to do it in college. You have to binge drink. So
Did I stutter really bad?
no, that was the guy. That was the guy that the czar.
Oh yeah, the
Everyone's
guy,
making fun of the
Mark said he
alcohol.
had peanut butter in his mouth. Good God, yeah.
All right.
Every time he tried to say like a th or a ch, it was like
He was slow out of the gates. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
sounded like he was gagging on something.
All right, I'll pull up the wheel for you boys. I am going to be off the rest of the week. Family in town, so I'll see everyone
Enjoy.
back.
Monday.
Enjoy, Wes. Enjoy
Back
the
Monday.
rest of the week.
Oh, here's cinematic music again.
Oh, for the Oscars.
Pat,
We Pat.
have coffee.
There you go. Good spin for you guys for you.
Yes.
Thanks, Wes.
Way to
Sounds
end
like
the
the
week
Rock
strong,
is,
Wes.
is about to like
High note.
emerge.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for the show. Check out patreon.com/hardfactor. Go to store.hardfactor.com to check out the new Fat Boy Summer merch. Hey, if you are looking for some sunglasses or, you want to thicken your hair to look better in sunglasses, go to Shady Rays. Use our promo code all the information, all of our promo codes are in the description on the podcast. So if you ever have any question about how to, help us out and get those deals, it's always there. But it really helps us out when you use our sponsor codes. And also, these are just fantastic products. So if you are looking for some awesome sunglasses, check them out. They're amazing. And that's going to do it.
For the hair.
Nutrafol for hair. Yeah. I mean, look
Pick
at
it up.
Yeah. Looking thick. That's going to do it. We love you and have a great fucking day.